What is the minimum viable product and why is it useful? What are the main types of MVPs? How much does the ability to communicate affect the MVP?
But what is minimum viable product? Is a strategy, a process in which companies could test the market for their innovative solution, for their innovative products, in order to understand if the core aspect and characteristics of the product to be will be well accepted by the market, and which kind of adjustment they should take in order to boost these kind of products within the market and to make them acceptable and to generate the expected value. The minimum viable product is something that has been there for a relatively long term. And this is something that a lot of really innovative industries such as Google, Facebook, Amazon, Airbnb, Booking.com, and so forth, have tried to test if what they were doing was effective, and if what they had in mind could have been a success in terms of customer reaction, feedback received on the market, interaction with other suppliers or users, and define a business model, a business case that would make them successful in what they were doing. As such, is a really key element in any innovation process, especially when you are transitioning towards new way to consume, new way to produce, new way to distribute what you are producing. Think about new technologies such as automatic vehicles, as an example. As producer, you need several tests in order to be sure that what you are delivering to the market is accepted and is exactly what customers are expecting for you. And you cannot make full-scale prototypes that do have all different characteristics, okay? You need a process in which step by step you increase your innovative elements, making as the only persistent characteristic the fact that the core issues that will be the main characteristic of the final product will be there to be tested by the users. And therefore, fitting back the development process, you will be able to understand the adjustment needed in order to be successful at the end. These obviously impact positively the cost of R&D, the successful rate of what you are doing, and the potential risk associated with the R&D process. And when we are thinking about innovating in all cities, when we are thinking about changing all the production processes, the consumption processes in connection with circular economy, smart innovation, procurement strategies, mobility, product as a service, digitalization of many aspects of our life, and so on, the element of testing a minimum viable product, making it a success, that's definitely what you would need to do as an innovator, and what you need to take into consideration as a company that is investing in something new. Okay, formally, minimum viable products have a classification. There are different types, different phases. The name of these types and phases might change depending on the sector. We shouldn't be too fixated with terms and words probably, but there are specific steps. The first step is normally just checking if changing in a few elements of a well-consolidated concept could be seen as positive from a consumer point of view. Then there is the definition of what could characterize the core elements of the new product that you're going to develop, and how this again is evaluated by a potential customer or the different stakeholders involved, etc. Then you have a situation in which you are pretending you are delivering something new. Again, core elements are there, but it's not the final product yet, because again, you need to be sure what you are delivering, and then you have final almost ready, almost final elements. Again, is the final test, something that is really, really, really close to the final delivery, and then you are producing that and making that available on the market. It's something similar with the software development process, okay, that you have alpha version, beta version, etc. Okay, so, and every step you are getting closer to what will be the final thing. Obviously, at the beginning of the process, you need to be sure of where you're headed to or what you would like to head it to, and you need the capability to have all the right feedback, the capability to implement those feedback and processing those feedback in a way to proceeding further, step by step, until the final cut, the final product that you are delivering to the market. In that sense, participation of key stakeholders and users is fundamental. Communication and marketing strategies are fundamental. You need to understand how the product will be accepted by the market. What are the features that the market is expecting by your product? What are the key elements? What are the core elements of what you're producing next? And if the process is done, is developed in a proper way, obviously you are reducing the cost, you are reducing the risk of taking the step forward. One of the key barriers to innovate is the risk associated with innovating. Investing money in something that is useless, investing money in something that is not successful, or that might be successful, but you are promoting it in the wrong way. You are highlighting the wrong characteristics, or you are investing in something, but it's not exactly the key elements that the market is expecting. And as such, you need to promote what you are doing. You need to be sure and control the process. You need to be sure about the feedback. You need to incorporate the feedback, and the minimum viable product is exactly something like that. Something that we as innovator need to take into consideration. And it's not only about the strategy of promoting new things, it's also about the strategy of assessing how the market will implement what is generating value for your citizens. And as such, is a key component of the planning of the strategy or implementing smart innovation, because that allows definitely small, medium-sized enterprises of being part of our innovation process as part of the smart city concept, and especially on the capability of adapting the general and kind of vague concept of smart cities within the specific urban environment. Checking what is feasible, what is viable for one region and might not be viable for another. Certain innovation can be successful on some contexts, but might not be for others. And that is what is about the minimum viable product. That is definitely something business oriented, but it can be transferred also to big policies to make successful long-term planning. And it's something I believe that we should really think of when we are promoting bigger long-term plans at higher level, higher government level.